He walks out that seat. It's like the alarm.
He starts waving, and anyone that's actually still in the room with him is actually like not violently, but like slowly like pushed out by like some sort of force, and the door just shuts behind you. Which there wasn't even a door there before. All of a sudden, this door just materializes and shuts, and then the illusion or whatever kind of magic like recloses the wall off, so you just see a wall. And you guys are actually kind of like start to slide towards the other room where Neria is.
We're already there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew some of you already were. Okay.
Yep.
Walk along.
So then you turn counterclockwise, start pulling out the gems. So you turn it counterclockwise, and all of a sudden you all start to feel like this nausea kind of kick into you again, similar to before. And as you pull out one gem, the nausea kicks in a little bit more. You pull out another gem, you're all about to like up chuck. You pull out another gem, your vision starts to go kind of black and white and blurry. And then finally, struggling a little bit, you pull out the last gem, and then all of a sudden, just as you think you're about to spew, you feel fine again. And your vision resets, and everything seems fine. The door is shut and locked in front of you. That had led to the boss room, as it were.
Can I keep the gems?
You can definitely keep the gems. All 4 of them.
Well,
Is the other door still off its hinges?
When you go back to that room, you see that the door is off its hinges. One of them is cut diagonally originally like it was before. And you are good to go.
Head out.
And I'm gonna wait around. Like, I was told there would be items.
So, you wait a moment. They're
Everybody
all...
else leaves.
Yeah, everyone else is about to leave, and all of a sudden, there's 5 little flashes of light, and they all fall to the ground. You see something that instantly catches your eye because it looks like an exact replica of the ring that you're wearing. And when you touch it, you get this tingle. You can tell that it's magical.
put it on, put it on, put it on.
Your finger falls off. It's cursed.
As
You
he's,
feel a
as
little bit of power surge through your hand and then through the rest of your body.
he's sliding it on. I don't actually move. I just do that as if it's gonna protect me.
You don't notice, other than this little surge of power that kind of, like, if you feel it, again, go through your hand and then kind of quickly trickle through your body, almost like a little bit of an electric tingle. And then it fades, and then you don't really, you feel fine.
So I'm gonna pick up one of the items that's obviously not mine. Like if there's a magic suit of armor or a big weapon or something. They're like, that's cool.
Yes, so there is a... we have the ring. We have what is clearly a feminine suit of plate mail.
Right, so not that.
I put it on.
That's what it is.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's like trying to put his leg in like the entire like top section. He's like,
And that's the other thing that you know, like,
There's no protection for thighs here.
not only is it like clearly a female suit of armor, but it looks like what she's wearing. Like they all look like replicas of items that you already have on you. You see a giant maul, you see a pair of braziers, you see a
Who do I say?
the jacket. I can't for the term for the overcoat thingy that you wear there.
Buff coat?
Yes, thank you. There's a buff coat. Dun 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 dun.
I have an extra coat.
You never
Right.
know when it's gonna get cold.
Cool. So,
Anyone that chooses to don their item, weapon, armor, or equipment will feel the same thing. Or as soon as you touch it, you'll feel like this little tingle, which you've touched a magic item before once or twice in your life. You instantly identify that it has an essence or a power or magic to it. Anyone that actually is able to like wear their item or whatever, they feel it kind of, this power kind of surge into them and then quickly fade away. You feel completely normal, fine. There doesn't seem to be any drawback, as it were. You don't feel sick or nauseous. No one that has any kind of innate senses like the paladin, the druid, the cleric specifically. You might have like a sense of like a taint or something like that. If it were evil, you don't get any sixth sense or inclinations that there's anything wrong with the item that you got. And then all of a sudden, after you all pick up your item, you see a little piece of paper kind of float to the ground. And anyone that chooses to pick it up, it says,
I'll take a look at it.
it's a little note from the imp. It says, "You're welcome. Have a nice life. See you next time."
He knows that if he would have screwed us over with any of this, we would have just put the gems back in.
P.S. Love you.
Ostrich is still with us?
Osric is still with you. Yes. He actually.
Can you at least get pants?
Yes. He has pants. He just shows up.
Short shorts.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, he showed zapped in with all you guys. Actually, he zapped in with the items because at first he didn't show up with you guys. So all the items zap in and he zaps in right behind. Oh shit! Thought they were gonna leave me behind, and now he's wearing pants. His gift was pants.
Actually, you guys might notice that the bracers have the same lightning motif, but the symbol on them the holy symbol attached to it would be a different symbol.
Would we notice
that?
I don't notice.
I would.
You
not
can roll
notice that.
perception if you'd like to
Yeah,
notice.
I have a
4.
passive of
I might catch it
17.
at some
Okay,
point.
you notice.
Natural 20.
She notices. Armor? I'm always paying attention to people's armor.
That's
So, we're back. Wagons east. Where are we going? I don't even know. Where are we?
We are on Palladius,
Oh,
north
good.
of Stone Root.
About as
North of-
far from where I'd like to be as possible. At least on this continent.
But if we can get back down to Mirion,
Meriton?
we can use the guild services to get you back to Gradamir.
Oh, I like the sound of that. So, boys. Shall we? Lead the way.
I start heading off.
Get going.
So,
Bill's kinda standing
you guys,
this
anyone have survival as a skill?
Yes,
Okay,
but mine would be forest.
The druid.
Oh yeah, I took survival classes. Yeah.
because
I've watched a lot of survival.
you're no
guys.
longer being guided by a vision, so now you guys have to retrace steps without the guide that you once had. So, make a survival check for me, for you to
Make a survival check with guidance.
make a survival check with guidance.
Okay, so what?
1d4.
D4.
That's going to be 18.
Okay, you're like, the sun was setting over here, then we do the thing, and we go this way, guys.
Every now and then I try to help, but I roll the 7s.
So basically, we step out and we're like, all right, I have good news and bad news. Bad news is I can't see the river of blood that led us here. The good news is I can't see the river of blood that led us here.
To which I respond, "We were led here by a river of blood."
Yeah, didn't I tell you that when we came in? Oh, I didn't mention that. I got a vision from
Asura's brother.
no.
Little
Good.
pieces that I found here.
Good. I had a really good dream, guys, and it mapped out the way
The god of barbers
to the
and
temple.
bloodletting.
After a moment of awkwardness, makes perfect sense. I say, "Okay."
Oh my god! Actually, I will
believe it.
Oh thank God he bought it. I mean, yes. Let's that way.
No, you're mistaken. He didn't buy his new mall. It was given to him.
It's a gift.
Covering.
He's hitting on you.
That way.
Yes.
You all start to make your way back towards the real river, the mouth of the river, as I recall.
Does my buff coat start to strangle me?
Your buff coat does not start to strangle you.
Okay, good.
Do we take any long
You look
rests
5
overnight?
pounds slimmer.
Yes, it's a couple day travel, so eventually you will have to stop for a long rest.
Huzzah!
At which time, those of you familiar with how magic items work may try to understand.
What the hell does this thing do? I try to fly. I like
flap.
It
I
will.
like poke myself a little bit with like a stick to see if it just stops that.
They are all items that will require a quote-unquote attunement in order to use.
Sleep with it under my pillow.
Yeah, I know, right? Never take it off.
But I will pull up the details
Give
of
us
the
them
items.
beats, yo.
You are all
We all have
now
plus
having.
AC.
Right.
We all got plus 1 AC. Everything.
I know you all got cool, like you got a weapon, but it just gives you more armor class. That'd be
And
like
you feel your
lame.
armor boosting your muscles, so you get a plus to damage from your armor.
Yeah, I get the plus damage from a ring. Yes! No!
DM give us all items that look like our own items but don't actually help our class.
We know where he lives. We can just go back and be like, well, buddy.
You got a coat that lets you do extra smites.
Right. You got a maul of intelligence. Not an intelligent maul, a maul of intelligence.
No, it's a maul of cure wounds. So when he hits something with it, it does maul damage, and then it casts cure wounds on the target.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
So he has to run around
Ah!
and hit his teammates with it to heal them.
You have,
Scott, let me heal you.
you have armor of immobility. You just
Can't
can't move.
That's too heavy.
I can just see that in a fight where you're literally like a bear chasing like you around like a big like a whole fight's going on and he's just like, no, I've got this, don't worry. And he's like, I don't trust you.
You have a ring of marriage to a
strength.
green hag.
Ring of ogre strength, but it only works for him.
Right. I mean, that would be terrible. He could start using strength stuff.
But if he uses Shillelagh, that uses wisdom.
That's true.
Your coat is the equivalent of a cloak of displacement, sir.
Cloak of displacement. Damn.
Armor of invulnerability.
There it is. That's pretty good stuff.
You have resistance to non-magical damage while you wear this armor. Additionally, you can use an action to make yourself immune to non-magical damage for 10 minutes. Or until you are no longer wearing the armor.
Take it off.
So normally you're resistant, but for 10 minutes you can make yourself completely immune to non-magical damage.
So that's basically like, oh look, bandits are attacking a town. You guys wait here. 10 minutes of just like,
Once this special action is used, it can't be used again until the next dawn. So it's
dawn.
once per 24 hours. I know, right?
So use it like 11 minutes before dawn hits.
Yeah. Night raiding.
With these items, we will become the most evil party ever.
Oh wow, so it's always on?
What?
Yeah, I think your cloak.
Cloak of
your-
displacement.
Yeah, until you get hit.
Yeah, that's the only caveat that I'm seeing. If you get hit, it ceases to function. Until the start of your next turn.
All right, this is what your maul's gonna do. It is gonna be a maul of smiting, but not as the DMG says. There's a mace of smiting in the DMG, but it's not the same thing. So it'll give you a +2 to your attack and damage all the time. When you smite, you get an extra D8 all the time
Wow.
With the maul.
Yeah.
Right?
with the maul.
Yeah.
When you crit, you will also add an extra D8 smite damage, whether you're actually using smite or not.
Okay.
Dang.
Does that get doubled?
No, that would not get doubled. That will just be an extra.
Because it says when you crit, you get this. So
Yep.
does that count though as his extra D8? Because he says he does a D8 smite anytime he smites.
Yeah, so
then
he
2
always gets the
D8
extra
if I
D8. Yeah, if he crits, he's getting an extra 2 D8 total.
do you have the DMG?
I do.
Extra 2d8 if he's smiting, but if he's not smiting, he still gets extra 2d8.
No, he always gets +2 to hit, +2 damage.
Right.
When he smites, he gets an extra D8. When he crits, he also gets an extra D8 on top of that. So if to clarify, when he crits, he gets an extra D8 radiant. Not don't think of it as smite so much. Just an extra D8 radiant when
Yeah.
he crits.
But is that anytime he crits or only when he's smiting?
Anytime he crits, all the time.
Okay, so then...
It's kind of like a flame strike weapon.
Sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But then... Okay, so the extra D8 he gets if he's smiting. So let's say he used first level smite.
Mm-hmm.
That would give him 3 D8 if he's using them all, right? He crits at 6 D8 plus 1 D8 from the weapon.
Right.
So for 7.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's still really good. I just want to make sure that we know what it's doing. Plus the +2 to hit, +2 to damage, always. And anytime you crit, you get that plus D8, whether you use your smite or not. That's pretty cool.
Ring of Regeneration.
No shit. Holy crap.
You already live forever for the most part. Now you're really, really hard to kill.
Okay.
It's going to be the equivalent of an Amulet of Health, even though they're bracers. Also, it's going to be the equivalent of a Luck Stone, both the powers combined. So, your Constitution equals 19. And you have +1 to all ability and skill checks. All the time, period.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Your cloak also gives you +1 AC. Imagine
Hell
that.
yeah.
Twerk it up.
Oh, wait a second. But if it gives me an AC bonus, can I still... What happens when I cast Mage Armor? Because I don't wear armor.
Okay. It will stack.
Okay.
I don't think normally it would, but it will.
Okay. It works
Yeah.
with my Mage Armor.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So that'll increase my AC to a 16. Assuming I'm wearing the coat and I have Mage Armor, which I usually have Mage Armor.
So am I considered to have the extra 12 hit points?
Yes.
So,
You are considered to have all associated perks of having a 19 Constitution while wearing those bracers, including all the extra hit points.
so that brings me up to 57.
Oh yes. let
Wow,
me change
you look
that.
healthier, more radiant.
You look revivified.
So the ring works even if, like, I say, for example, I draw but I'm stable.
That ring works like when you're fucking dead for all intents and purposes. That thing's like ridiculous.
Did you read it?
Yeah,
It's pretty
just
insane.
seemed to...
I honestly haven't reread the 5th edition version, but like in previous editions, like that thing, like as long as you're wearing this, you'll regrow limbs and fucking.
Yeah, you can. It regrows limbs 1d6, a d6 plus 1 days. As long as I have 1 hit point.
D6 hit points every 10 minutes prior to that you have at least 1 hit point. If you lose a body part, the ring causes the missing part to regrow and return functionality D6 plus 1 days if you have at least 1 hit point the whole time. So,
So I have to
So
be.
all ability checks and
it is a
saving
little
throws.
different than
Yes.
normal.
So yeah, I have to be alive.
Like a look stone.
Unless you want to.
Well, I'm going to add the caveat that if you are unconscious, you do not have to make save throws. You will just automatically wake up in 10 minutes, or death saves, as it were.
I can live with that.
It's not ultra powerful, but you're not gonna accidentally make some bad death saves and go down. It will keep you sustained. Anyways, so you all have these items appear, and we were at a long rest before that little tangent, as it were. You all wake up.
Whoa!
You have a long rest.
That's cool.
You have items you are now attuned to and are awesome with, or feel like you would be awesome with. Some are more instantly relevant than others. Mizer needs to smash something with his brand new maul. I am also like envisioning the fact that technically you have 2 giant mauls that look identical on you right now. Like just like on your back crossed or something.
You'll wield them.
And I have 2 identical buff coats.
Cause they're... And one of your buff coats looks like many. As it's shifting around a little bit. How many buff coats did you get? I'm assuming you're all going... make another survival check for me if you can realign your
Guidance.
positioning for the next day.
Yep. Nope. We are lost, guys.
I know exactly where we are. Crap.
Yeah, my helping probably made us lost with that 3.
No, it's this way. No, it's this way. Oh yeah, you're right. It's that way.
12.
So you all were heading in the right direction, then you wake up the next day all disoriented, slightly distracted by your newfound powers.
I can use sending a call to the guild master to ask for pickup. Do you want to do that?
I want to know yesterday. You tell us at the end of the day after we've finished walking, set up camp.
Yeah. Another
Walk
day
around.
further away from where you wanted to be.
Giant
Ostrich like, do you even know where you're going? Oh, wait, I have this thing I can do. Are you going to use sending, sir?
Well, I had to swap it out after a long rest.
Oh, okay. So the next morning.
Yeah.
You like circle back around where I came.
Yeah. Hey, look, this is the
Or-
campsite we left this morning. Sweet.
Same damn log.
Ooh, somebody left a campsite.
So you all have another long rest.
These grooves in the ground match exactly where I put my tent. Or are perfect for where I could put my tent.
You wake up the next day and Stormane is presumably preparing sending.
Man, it's like Groundhog's Day. I woke up and it's like we're in the same spot we were yesterday. This is weird.
Woke up. It's the same birds, the same trees. The clerics are still mad at me. So I will prepared. We're gonna cast sending back to the guild.
Okay.
Is this making you
Anyone in
sick?
particular?
Is this making you sick? Is this making you sick? 'Cause it's all blurry and whatnot. It's making you sick.
So I'm thinking somebody that is more likely to be free to receive the message, just in case like Orion's off running around doing something.
Bartender.
Yeah,
I was actually thinking, what was her name?
Yeah, our trainer.
Yeah, the trainer.
Our monk trainer.
The monk sorceress.
Agatha.
Agatha.
Nah, her.
And she got sent off on a quest. She's like, no, out. What are you out doing? Something
Yeah,
very
so-
important.
Sent
Grocery
to Agatha. She should know what we were doing anyway.
Yes, she was in the know. So you send a message to Agatha saying
25 words.
Need pickup. Send Grumpy Wizard.
So we have completed the dungeon. The dwarf is safe with us. Would appreciate magical assistance in returning to Guild Hall.
reply, sigh.
Little asterisks on the side.
Like, really? Like, that's it? You get 25 words. Can you at least tell us whether or not we're getting any? ...
Sigh, sigh. Rolling of eyes.
Sad face emoji.
Technically, she hasn't even really sent words, so.
/ eye roll.
A minute goes by, and then all of a sudden, you all feel a starting to get familiar now ripple of energy that occurs like just a moment before the portal that you've now seen for like I think the third time rips open in front of you, and revealing on the other side of the portal is the guild hall.